Hey guys, what's crack-lackin'? It's drustew. Hey, thanks for watching all the videos once again. Appreciate all the new subscribers, getting some comments and that. And this is going to kind of fall right into our Learn to Rope series. Once again, we're jumping ahead. This is going to be a little more advanced stuff. So for those of you guys that watch the jackpot dummy practice, this right here is a little different deal. This kind of gets more into your rope handling, finding your weaknesses type stuff. And that's why we got the big old set of horns, big old set of bones on the bones. So what we're going to do here, as you can see, we got another bone you probably can't see off camera here that's just got a medium set of horns. But what there's two different schools of thought. And as we see here, there's this school of thought and this school of thought, the big and the little. What should I learn to rope? Should I learn to rope this? This is probably an average of what we're going to rope at all the jackpots. At the World Series Ropens, US Ropens, wherever we go, that's probably about where you're going to be. Middle-sized horns, just good bone on them. So why in the world would I want to practice on something like this? The reason is this right here will find all of our mistakes, and it'll make sure that we're not cheating. Now, we aren't going to practice on these every single day, but you need to practice on them enough to learn how to catch them, because then when you go over here, you're definitely not splitting horns on these if you're not splitting horns on those. You're definitely not missing the right horn on these if you're not missing the right horn on those. So it's just kind of self-explanatory. I was taught to rope bigger horns when I was younger, and because up here in Montana, that's what we had growing up. We had a bunch of longhorn, steers get hung up in the chutes. So anyway, things that we got to think about. All this does is take what we already know about putting our little finger underneath that right horn, our thumb and our index finger over the top of that left horn, and those are going to be the key deals. We get our swing over here, bottom strand under the right horn, top strand and our thumb and index finger over that left, so that we make sure we cover these horns. You hear guys talk about spreading a deck of cards on a table. It's, whatever you want to do, just make sure that you go under and over, okay? So you got to do all the fundamentals first. You got to make sure, and I'm going to throw a little claws in here right now. There's a good chance I might miss these horns like 300 times in a row. So I haven't warmed up on them, and they still make me a little nervous. So things we got to think about. The only way we're going to catch these is if we do everything right. So I want to have my tip over here to the right, and you'll notice in these I got my hands fed really close together. And the reason is, as soon as I start opening my hand, I want my rope to be starting to open up and go over and catch that right horn and drift across there. When you start roping big horns, guys, if I was off camera, this is what I'd be doing, because I haven't roped these horns in years. I'd lay it on there a few times because I want to feel it. I want to feel what my hand's going to do before I ever let go of that rope. So tip to the right, feed my hands pretty close together, left foot forward. Okay, here comes the moment of truth. Tip to the right, feed my hands pretty close together, and miss him on the first throw. I'll be dang. Well, that's TV. I'm not going to edit this for you guys. So, over here to the right. There it is. Now, I've really got to concentrate when I rope these. Tip to the right. I got to reach out for that right horn. And go all the way across. You'll notice I'm not even getting any curl. I'm not throwing a real good loop. But what this is doing, the bottom line of doing this, and guys, you can take a regular dummy, just one of those black horns or black steer heads, and cut a couple pieces of PVC pipe about that long on each side, and just stick those horns out left and right, just so it gets you doing all the basics correct. And like I said, it really makes me think. I can rope medium horns all day long and never miss, but these, I gotta really think about reaching out and roping that right horn and extending everything. You also notice that I'm not over here. Remember, we drew that X on the ground. a line right there, a diagonal line coming back here. And I'm not over here behind him. I'm staying here kind of wide. Tip to the right. Reach out. I'm not kidding. This is most nervous I've been on camera in a long time. Tip to the right. Can't even talk because I got to think about it so much. So anyway, guys, roping bighorns. That's the question here. I think you should do it. It's personal preference, but what this does is it finds the holes in our roping. Like I missed that first one. I just roped that right horn because I didn't come all the way across. So that tells me, wow, if I do happen to go to a jackpot and get bighorns, they're going to probably intimidate me if I haven't practiced on them a little bit. I know that chances are, anywhere I go, they're not going to be this big. So if I do back in the box somewhere and they run a sucker that's got a big old set of horns on him, I'll know, you know what, as long as I do everything right, I ride up here, got my tip to the right, I reach out, then I'm going to be able to catch that steer. So with that being said, guys, good luck, go rope, have a good time, and we will catch you on the next one.